All right, Braxton and Mick. Hey, I got into the Nashville MLS system, and they have InfoSparks, which is what Denver used to have, and I love InfoSparks because it gives you a pretty good snapshot of what's going on. So I just went down. Let me see if I can raise this thing down a little bit so we can see this. So I just went down to new listings, and so I usually track within a price range, but right now let's just look at total inventory. But I usually like to track the price range of houses that I chase. So here in Denver, I chase everything from 550, really 700 on down, but 550 to 0 to 550 is what I mainly the inventory that I track here. Um, so and I usually track single family, townhouse, and condo. Um, is the properties that I look at. But just a quick glance at the Nashville market, it actually isn't in terrible shape. Let me put it in perspective about, when I pull up Denver. So I have to go back to my scan here because um, Denver, for whatever reason, got rid of InfoSparks. So I just track it manually. Well, they just got rid of it recently, but I've always tracked it manually anyways. So this gives you an idea of what our inventory levels looked like that were 550 on down. So at the peak at September of 2019, we had 98 or almost 10,000 houses on the market within that price range with 550 on down. Now, fast forward to today, well, at one point where um, Mick and I were trying to get Nashville going, we were all the way down to 1,400. And that has gradually been creeping up. Now it's about 2,600. It's been kind of hovering there. So now I just track that manually. So um, when you go into the MLS system, I just put in 550, 0 to 550, active, single family, condo, townhouse, and it gives me the number of active listings at this given point in time, and then I just plot that right on here. So it really hasn't gone up at all. It's still around 2,600. So I'd plot out another line and just keep a manual tabs on where our inventory is at. It helps me gauge where the market's at, where I kind of need to be with offers, how aggressive I need to be, how desperate my buyers are going to be to get properties. So I really helps me kind of gauge where the market's at. So I definitely encourage the both of you working in, well, Mick working Nashville market and Braxton eventually working in whatever market you want to, but right now in the Nashville market. Um, is really a good idea to keep a good tabs on this. And I run mine every probably quarter and or sometimes every month depending on how if I'm bored and I just want to take a look at it. But I'm definitely tracking this every couple months to see where the inventory is at. Is it increasing? Is it decreasing? Is it kind of leveling off? So it helps me. But here, just looking at the Nashville market, so this is a 5-year line chart. I just use monthly. I don't do the rolling months. In all honesty, I don't even really know what the rolling months really means. I just know monthly means it's just the data point of that month. So whatever that month inventory active listings they had for that month shows up in this chart. Um, so anyways, hopefully this is helping. So um, as we can see, the inventory really um, hasn't really gone down significantly. It did quite a bit in December, like it did here in Denver, but it did almost every season, right? So this real estate's very seasonal. So December's are usually our low months. Our peak months are usually summers. So right now there is a dip in inventory in Nashville, but it's not terrible at all. I say we get after it. So I would definitely plot this out on a regular basis and keep tabs on this, and hopefully this kind of helps you guys gauge where you need to be as far as offers go. Looks like there's been a little bit of decrease um, here in between July and August. Um, but that looks like that's kind of that decrease happens most of the years. Well, not really, but we're definitely going to expect some kind of lower inventory coming into this fall. So anyways, hopefully that helps. So yeah, maybe we can set up a conference call here in the next day or so and chat about how we want to put this together. And I know Braxton's really eager to get some offers out and start chasing deals. And so we can hopefully get some stuff going. So let's see what we can get set up here soon.